Hey, welcome to the garage. Actually, gonna be one of the last videos in the garage. Weird, huh? What's going on? Running Joe off-road headquarters? Not big enough for that, but we are moving the garage, not the house. We're very happy with just our current living situation. We're not in any hurry to get out of here. It is a fairly large garage, but when you start heading from this and Rexus on the trailer, it gets space, running out of space. We're in the garage. We're doing a bit of troubleshooting. I should have fired up the phone a little bit sooner. We wanted to see what was going on, and one guy said, "Hey, I bet you your drain back's not drilled." And I said, "Hey, I got a built trans. I bet you it is. But it's out, so I'm not going to be dumb and I'm going to check it." I have inspected the drain back on the pump. Normally they're like a 1/8, maybe even a 1/16 hole. And I got the seal in here. Sorry, I was doing some troubleshooting. And you can see that hole there. That is for sure a 1/4 inch. So, what's going on? Well, the seal popped out. We know that. The surface looks decent. It looks like somebody's hammered on it once with a screwdriver. But is that enough to really pop the seal out? I'll flatten a couple of the scarring points. The O-ring on the input shaft looks good. It doesn't look swollen up. It's fairly new. What else could be going on? Well, so first thing we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be using an anaerobic sealant, or basically a green Loctite, yellow Loctite, something to hold the seal in so it won't pop out. We're going to run into lots of vibrations, more than your average vehicle running 4L80, especially, like, don't get me wrong, drag cars, lots of vibration, lots of instant vibration. But what they don't have is constant vibration. That's what Rexus is, constant vibration. But the next thing that might be happening is we're overheating. And I noticed my trans tunnel's been really warm. So what's the next step? What could be the next step? Well, we're going to put a fan onto the transmission cooler. We're going to drain the transmission cooler. We're going to make sure that it's completely sediment free. That's going to give us our number one step. Next, why else would the transmission be overheating? That bad boy right there could absolutely be one of the problems, but it's not the major contributing factor. What I strongly believe is that bad boy attached to the back right there is causing some other issues. And I say that wholeheartedly, and the reason I say that wholeheartedly is it's a full-time 4-wheel drive unit. So for those that didn't quite pay attention in the 80s, 90s, Toyota, Honda, Subaru even, they didn't call it all-wheel drive. They called it full-time 4-wheel drive. What does that mean? Well, that means you have a viscous coupler. So that's like having a clutch. And maybe I can get my friend Isaac to do me up an animation. I'll bug him, see what he'd charge me. Or I'll try and find a viscous coupler diagram on the screen right about now. But anyways, it's like a bunch of clutches together. If you actually watch Boosted Boys, when they're building together their minivan, they have a very good just breakdown on how these viscous couplers work and building a viscous coupler to hold more power. Not something I'm really looking at doing. I would love to. Maybe I will pull this apart and inspect, because it's definitely an option in the future. But we're going to go one step further. We're actually going to eliminate the viscous coupler, and to do that actually requires a spacer, a bearing, and a spool. I've been hemming and hawing because, to be honest, the $400-500 American that they want is crazy. I did finally just bite the bullet and buy one. Yep, you heard it right. Joe spent 700 Canadian dollars on his transfer case when he should be spending it on the Jeep. But it's time. The transfer case has been down a couple times. I've been hemming and hawing for a while. I might actually order a transfer case motor because I think mine is not happy. We'll see. It's hard to test it out of the vehicle, but I can definitely test it. So what does that mean? Well, that means the transfer case is coming apart. Joe, you should reduce the gearing already in the transfer case. Nope, already done. I did think about buying the $200 and something overdrive or underdrive unit, so I'd have a higher 4-high mode or a lower 4-high, which like effectively like I'm on 411s would have brought me to 456s. It actually would have been ideal. Not great highway, but I don't spend a lot of time on the highway. But teach their own. Whatever. I have lots of power. That's not an issue for me. I'm actually going to gain power getting rid of the all-wheel drive mode. It's going to drive like a crap bag of poop because these units rely heavily on the all-wheel drive for handling. 100%. You remove the four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive mode out of a 55, 6,000 pound SUV, it's going to change its handling characteristics. You're putting all the power to the rear. It was probably more mainly biased to the rear anyway, but it still helped. I am going a little bit different than the average individual. This is probably going to be like a live uncut, and it might go a little early. I might drop this tonight yet. But what that means, what does that mean? Well, that means that Joe's going to be able to do burnouts. Joe's actually going to be able to eliminate a viscous coupler that will be adding stress to the transmission because it's going to be slipping, which is then going to cause the transmission to work a little harder to keep the wheel speed going because it's important. But the transmission doesn't care what the wheel speed is because the transmission actually has the speed pick. There. I don't take it out of the transfer case. I did that mainly because I wanted to put my speed off of the transfer case. So I always have the correct speed. The transmission does not. I only have one shift table. I could have wired in a 4-low switch. It made the wiring a little more simplistic. This is mainly an off-road rig. Reality is, guys, if you haven't picked up, Rexus is probably not going to be a street rig in the next year or two. I'll try and keep it a street as long as I can because I do love driving it. But I put this thing through absolute hell. And let's face it, you drive it like I do, it's going to die. I've been through a couple of ring and pinions now since the V8. I've been through front and rear main seals, now an input transmission seal. You get the point. I'm hard on this. Is what it is. That's what I built it for. You're not going to change my opinion of that. So we're going to have a video detailing how to change this HF2AV Toyota transfer case, which is an amazingly strong transfer case. For all you guys out there that want your axle, your drive line to be straight, just look at it. It's center in, offset front out, offset rear out. It's a straight through drive. It's a straight through on the front and back. That adds huge strength, and I say that because you're running gears, not chains. Now that said, limited output options like 3.11 is the largest chain or largest gear you can run. You can go to the HF1AV, which is also the same, but it runs a much stronger gear set, has a much wider gear ratio set, but it's much more expensive. So what's our options? Well, as you know, I've ordered parts for Rexus. And am I not ordering parts? I don't ever seem to get off-road anymore. 2020. So what does that mean? Well, that does mean I have more exciting news. This is probably going to be the last couple weeks in this garage. This very garage that I am so terribly set up to do any recording. And I know it kills my channel and it kills viewer time. This video is not going to do well. This video is just me chattering. This is for the OGs. This is for the guys watching going, hey Joe, what are you doing? This video is for just kind of giving you guys an update, because I've been terrible the last couple weeks. I've not been myself. I haven't been hiding anything. I've just been doing my own thing. Video games, family time. It's just been one of those days, one of those couple weeks, guys. One of those months, one of those years. So, we got heads to deal with here soon. We got a transmission that we're going to put in this weekend. The transfer case is going to stay off. I'll start tearing the transfer case down. I'm going to start filming the transfer case. I'm going to do my absolute best to film everything on that transfer case. Some of it I will not be able to film, pressing the bearing on. I filmed at work, but it's not a good idea. I'm going to get myself in trouble. It is my full-time employment. This doesn't pay me anything. This is just me filming because I can. But, like I said, we're going to be moving shops. And so that's going to slow things down even more. But that's going to allow me higher quality content, because I'm going to be able to 4-link Rexus. You guys know I have a 4-link kit. Or do you? Maybe you don't. You know I have a fuel system. I have a fuel system to put in Rexus. I need space. That's plain and simple. I need the ability to run my welder on 220, 240, or 240. I need the ability to run a plasma cutter. I got an axle to build. That's a series of, actually, that's picking up great steam. That views 10 views a day on a video I didn't expect to get any views. I'm learning lots through YouTube. I've been blasting YouTube in the wrong channels lately. Teach their own. Some videos just need to progress on their own, not share. This is going to be one of them. You can share it for me, I don't care, but this is just me talking to you guys. This is a one-on-one channel update without the live streams, because the live streams don't work for me. Maybe this will just go straight to Facebook. I don't know. But guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Things are happening. This is my life with YouTube lately. 1 step forward, 6 steps back. The bright side is drain back is 1/4 inch. Torque converter's fine. Transmission's fine. Transfer case, well, that's yet to be seen. We'll look at that this weekend. But that's hopefully the parts. I'm tracking them. I'm hoping I can have this done. I'm going to cut this off by no later than 15 minutes, guys. I'm hoping those show up this Friday. The Jeep's cam is decided-ish. I'm going to talk to the guy again tomorrow. Try and bump it up a little more. I should call another company, but Texas Speed has worked with me here on the phone. I swallowed my pride and called them so I could have an honest discussion with them. They're helping me out. They realized they kind of screwed up a couple things for me. That's another reason, guys, I want to move work areas. Is I always work with the door open. Even mainly during winter, I kind of work with the door open a little bit. That's going to keep my utilities down at the house, because I'm not going to be running this garage heater as much. The Jeep will probably live here. I probably will do the supercharger here. Oh yeah, supercharger. Oops. I don't know what else to say, guys. There's really no means to help me per se on this, other than watching, sharing, subscribing, and like, I'm not hawking merch. I might get into merch. I did buy 100 hats. I did buy 50 small, medium, 50 large XLs. They were in the Amazon facility that burnt up. This is my 2020. I'm telling you, my 2020 is absolutely garbage. But lots to come. We got filler work on all of those little holes. We got some rust repair. We got cage work. We got 4-link rear suspension. It's already a 4-link, but it's an unbalanced 4-link, so we're going to actually do a proper 4-link kit. We've got the rear fuel system. We got the whole fuel system. We got the whole interior to do. We have some major rewire to do everywhere. I might simplify the wiring and do my own race wiring. Like, I'm not happy with the way some of the things are working. And like, look, I'm working on my trailer. I can't even rent my trailer out. I'm working on my trailer because I have a garage with a Jeep in it right now. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, just subscribe, like it, share it. I don't care. If you don't like it, whatever. Leave me a dislike. It helps me anyway. You disliking my video helps me. What did you think about that? Huh? How about them apples, eh? We'll get to it. We're gonna get better content. I'm sorry from the deepest pits of my heart that things haven't worked out for me. My bank account is bleeding. I'm bleeding physically. Like, every time I work on a vehicle, I get another cut, bruise, scrape. It's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, you take care. You stay running off road, and I'll see you later.